Hi, I'm Rayanne. I'm a registered dietitian and chef.
Hi, my name is Chef Jerry. I'm a chef instructor for Common Threads.
And today we're going to talk about protein. And protein is a really important part of our diet because every cell, tissue, and organ is made of protein.
Right, and we need proteins to help our muscles repair themselves and to grow. But we need to identify different kinds of proteins as we go through.
Right, and I mean, protein is found in a lot of different things. We know that animal protein, like meat, poultry, fish, eggs, milk, that's a great source of protein. But there are other things in our diet that also are good sources of protein, like beans, nuts, and seeds.
Right, and then we also have our animal proteins as well, but we want to go with a lean animal protein. So we're going with fish or chicken.
Right, because in each category, just like if we were going to look at the cow or the chicken or the pig, there are lean sources that you can choose and not so lean. Yeah, so I think of like pork. Tenderloin is a really lean cut. The center cut pork loin is lean.
Right.
But usually you think of it as the white meat as being the most lean, and one way to really cut down on the fat with the meat is to remove the skin on the outside,
Correct.
which is a big source. And also when you look at meat, if you cut around and cut off some of that excess fat on those big cuts of meat, that's another way to get rid of some of the fat before you start cooking.
Absolutely. And then another way to get lean proteins as well is through nuts and seeds, which we have some over here.
So beans, peas, lentils, and nuts, they're not complete protein. So you have to eat other foods with them to make them complete. For example, that's why you often see people eating beans along with rice. And the combination of the two makes it a complete protein.
Right.
And so for us in our bodies, there are 9 amino acids that we cannot make ourselves, which is why we have to get it from the foods that we eat. So protein is part of our chef's plate, being only a quarter of the plate. Protein plays a really important part in our diet, not just to help our bodies repair and build, and think about all those muscles for all the kids that are athletes, but really it helps keep you full longer. So protein takes a longer time to digest. It also helps keep your blood glucose steadier. So if you're having breakfast and you're having a piece of toast, it's great to combine it with a little bit of peanut butter or yogurt because it just helps your blood sugar stay more stabilized for a longer period of time. You don't have those big crashes just from the carbohydrate.
So let's talk about the size of lean animal proteins and how much we should be eating. Over here we have a chicken breast, and most people would think that this is a full portion size or one portion. But actually you want to cut this breast in half, and this would actually be the correct portion size, which is about the size of a deck of cards. So most people think the whole breast is a portion size, but it's really not. You want to cut it in half so you can keep your portion sizes to the right amount. So now we're going to talk about fish. So most people think that this whole piece of fish is one portion size, but actually they are wrong as well. So you want to actually cut this portion in half, and that would be the correct size. You can eat the whole piece if you like, but you just have to be aware of your serving size. So this would be 2 servings instead of 1 serving.
Protein is a really easy thing to get because this is not very much. And for kids, they maybe need like 5 to 6 ounces of protein a day. When you're using these proteins, you have to think about how you're going to cook them. Baking, broiling, and grilling are really healthy methods to cook. But if you're going to take something like chicken breast, which inherently itself is an ingredient that's very healthy, and deep fry it, it's going to turn into something that's not as healthy of a choice to eat. So when you're looking at these foods, you can even look at the beans, which are really healthy, but if you put in tons of bacon fat or make a really fattening sauce, it kind of takes something that, again, is inherently healthy and making it a little bit more unhealthy.
So if you're also going to pick a low-fat dairy to drink as well, you always want to remember that you want to stick with a skim milk or a low-fat milk. Whole milk has a lot of excess fat that especially children do not need. So we want to stick with a skim milk or a low-fat milk.
Right, and I'd say that would be true if you're looking at yogurts at the store too. A whole milk yogurt is really tasty, but maybe a better option would be to go for a low-fat or a non-fat yogurt as a choice. And I guess you can say the same with cheese. Cheese is really good full fat, but occasionally, if you know, a good choice would be buying the reduced fat cheeses, especially with the mozzarella or the cheddar.